Okay, so now we're going to talk about probability versus odds. Those are different things. Probability, like we've said a bunch of times, is the number of outcomes you want versus the total number of outcomes. Odds are a little bit different. Odds are the number of... Well, there's two types of odds. There's odds in favor and there's odds against. So then there's number of favorable outcomes versus the number of unfavorable outcomes. And that's going to be odds in favor. And then over here you've got odds against. And that's just number of favorable outcomes over, unfavorable. I made a mistake. Number of unfavorable outcomes. Come on. Over number of favorable outcomes. All right, so. So they're kind of the opposite. You flip one upside down, and that's how you get the other. Okay, so these are a little bit different than probability. So for instance, one question might say, let me type it. You randomly choose a number between 1 and 20. If I said first, what is the probability of picking a prime number? Well, that is, if I'm going to make a list here, that would be 1, 3, 5, well, 1's actually not prime, sorry. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So the probability would be 8 out of 20, which is 2/5. Okay, 8 prime numbers, 20 numbers 1 to 20. So 8 over 20 reduces to 2/5. Now, if I say, what are the odds of randomly choosing a prime number, and we'll say odds in favor of randomly choosing a prime number, that's going to look different because that is going to be, excuse me, just trying to make it all fit here, that's going to be the things that we want, which is the 8 prime numbers, compared to the things that we don't, which are 12. There's 12 numbers, 20 minus 8, that we don't want. So that reduces to 2/3. So the odds in favor are 2 to 3. Okay. Chances, now what about odds against? Well, the odds against would be just that upside down. It would be the 12 outcomes that I don't want over the 8 that I would want. So the odds of picking it are 3 to 2. So again, probability, you're comparing part to a whole. Odds, you're comparing a part to a part. So that's the basic breakdown of odds. We're going to go over it in class tomorrow. So if you have any questions, please bring them in then. That's the end of this video. And again, ask us any questions that you have when you get to class tomorrow.